welcome to Bottom Line with Roni and Byron. We have some news to get to you this week. We're going to start by talking about the Department of Children and Family receiving $740 million to help with rental assistance.
In national news, we'll talk about how President Biden is now urging Americans to leave Ukraine as fears of Russian invasions mount.
And then we'll get you ready for the Super Bowl, talking about the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
And for our Around the Town segment, I had the blessed opportunity to talk to Miss Kim Pollock and about her design business.
And then for our Relationship Tea segment, we will talk about Valentine's Day. How do you and your sweetie celebrate Valentine's Day? So Byron, let's get started with the show. And for our local and state news, we're going to talk about the Department of Children and Family having $740.4 million to help with rental assistance. And this program actually started back in May of 2021, where you can go to this program and get assistance if you rent for your rent and utilities. So I'm going to give the instructions on how to get this done. You want to go to this website, ourflorida.com, and that is ourflorida.com. You can fill out the application. Also, if you want to, you can give them a call and get some information at 833-493-0594. That's 833-493-0594. And we'll put this information up on the screen so you can have it. This line is open from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, Byron, this program is to help people that at least, need some extra help during this time regarding their rent or their utilities. And you have to, rent in order to qualify for the program. And again, this program just got an additional $740 million to help. So that's a good thing.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That'll help a lot of people. And coming out of this pandemic, we have inflation going on, gas prices going on. A lot of people don't know that, if you have inflation happening and you have high gas prices, it's like you got two inflations at the same time, because gas affects everything. And the way business works is a business is not going to take the loss. They're going to put the loss on the consumer. So if it costs, extra money to have your detergent shipped from store to store, then a company is going to just charge more for the detergent. So whether it's food, whether it's stamps, anything, it goes up. So that'll be a great help for those citizens that are in need of that rent assistance.
Right. And again, this program is to help Floridians get back on their feet. And again, go to the website, florida.com, or you can call them at 833-493-0594 and see if you can qualify to get assistance for rent or your utilities. All right, Byron, I'm going to move to our next story regarding Alford. The city of Alford is basically trying to get a traffic light because they're really concerned about the amount of traffic, or I shouldn't say the amount, but the speed of the traffic that's going through the city. Right there on 231, apparently people are not slowing down once they get in the city limits, and they're just kind of flying by. And so the citizens have put together a petition. I think they got like almost 900 signatures to try to petition the state to put a traffic light there, which will be under the FDOT. So but hopefully this gets done, because they've had several accidents and they're really concerned. Not only do they want a traffic light, but they also want a crosswalk, because I don't know if you paid attention when you're going through Alford, it is a four-lane highway, but if you're trying to get out there, it can be kind of hectic, trying to get onto 231 in Alford. So hopefully the state can get this done and prevent future accidents. All right, and then I want to go to the actual next story. We talked about this several weeks ago. We had Tammy Dasher on from NextStep Academy, which is the autism program in Mariana. Well, Byron, they have hired two of the students. So Catalyst Fabric Solutions have hired two of the students. She did mention that the students will have opportunity to work, and so that has taken place. I think the kid name is, or it's two kids, Benjamin Alvarez and then Kyle Todd. Both of these young men have had an opportunity and are currently working at Catalyst Fabric Solutions. And so this will be a great opportunity. Yeah, great opportunity for them. So hopefully, more employers will follow this, program and employ, more students. It appears that Catalyst has gotten certified through the CARDS program in Tallahassee, which is pretty good. I think, they say you can see it on the door once you go to Catalyst that there are certified with CARDS. So that's pretty good. They're the only business that is certified with the FSU CARD program. So kudos to Catalyst Fabric Solutions for doing this. I want to mention that the local and state news is brought to you by Brightway Insurance. Brightway Insurance is located in Marianna at 2867 Caledonia Street, and you can contact them for any insurance needs you may need, property, life, business, auto insurance, any insurance you may need. You can give them a call at 850-633-3460. That's 850-633-3460. Give TD Horn and his staff a call. But I do want to mention we are going to be talking about this later on in the week, I should say, I think around Tuesday or so, the news that have come out regarding the deeds surrounding the courthouse. The courthouse grounds do not belong to the county. It looks like it belongs to the city of Marianna. And you had the opportunity to talk to Dale Cox about this situation, who has given some enlightening information about who actually owns this. You may want to give just a little teaser about, what the interview
Yeah. So it started as a interview for our Around the Town segment, but the story, we got a little more in depth into it. So he and his discoveries, and I'm just going to give a little tease out there. The county commissioners, Jackson County commissioners, were looking to cut down all the trees on the courthouse property, and so in his research, he gives the historical background of how it happened and how it's where it is, where that property in which the courthouse sits on there's no deed. It actually still belongs to the city of Marianna. So we got in depth. We talked about a lot of issues surrounding that property in previous situations, and we actually got a chance to talk about some other things that he has going on as well. So we're going to try to kick it out Tuesday. It's a special interview, myself and Dale Cox, local historian and author. And it's going to be, it's a good interview. We had a very good interview, a lot of history. I'm a history nut, so we kind of got off into it, and it's perfect timing, I'd say, perfect timing for this interview. So yeah, it's going to be a great time.
I look forward to it because, as you know, I was a part of the group that was trying to get the Black Soldiers Monument at the courthouse. And of course, they denied it. Which
anybody, whether regarding the Black Soldiers Monument, whether regarding the Claude Neal tree, regarding anything, this interview, I promise you, this interview is definitely for you. So whether you can, you get that notification, you see that live go, make sure you take the time to watch, tell your friends, tell everybody, tune in, because it's going to be some good information. And it may give you a different path, or the correct path, as you were, to take in regards to those situations. So
good. I can't wait to see it myself. So again, stay tuned for Tuesday, the interview with Dale Cox regarding who actually owns the grounds where the courthouse is located. This local and state news is brought to you by Brightway Insurance. Brightway Insurance, again, is located in Marianna. Reach out to TD Horn and his staff regarding any insurance you may need, or call them at 850-633-3460. Byron, what do you have for national news?
Oh, so for national news, before I get into it, I want to talk about some businesses that care about you. People's Funeral Home, because they care. They're here when you need us. Long Granbury Funeral Services Incorporated, doing business as People's Funeral Home, Marianna, and Battle Mortuary. Panama City offers services that are within the reach of all. Their caring staff is available 24/7 or when the need arises. Their services are designed to commemorate the life being remembered at a price suitable for all. So please give Cephas and Gwen a call at 850-482-2233, or simply stop by for more information. Once again, that's People's Funeral Home. So my first story, I want to talk about President Biden, and now he's urging Americans to leave Ukraine as fears of Russian invasion mount up. So as tensions begin to kind of rise, the president and his cabinet are putting out information that looks like Russia is ramping up. They're increasing their troops close to the Ukrainian border. It looks like it's going to be some type of headway. The president told NBC News earlier this week that American citizens should leave, and they should leave now. We're dealing with one of the largest armies in the world, so this is a very different situation. Things could go crazy quickly. And so the Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, he's huddled around with, Asian Pacific allies trying to set up. So they're still wanting to push in Congress. A lot of people in Congress still want to push sanctions on Russia, even if they do attempt to invade, because Ukraine is a NATO ally. This is kind of the modus operandi is trying to push sanctions to thwart Russia from invading. So, but right now it looks like it's amping up, and they're banking that that Putin won't initiate his invasion until after the Olympics, the Winter Olympics, which are being held in Beijing, to kind of not mess up things for their ally China. So we'll see. But right now, all indications of that looks like the administration, if anybody sees that, looks like Russia is going to ramp up for an invasion. And they say they hadn't seen a build up like this from another nation since World War II. So we'll keep you everybody posted on that. But for those soldiers, sailors, Marines, airmen, seamen, all that's out there, we may be getting into some hot water. So we'll see.
That's not good, Byron. That is not
good.
good.
No, it's not good at all. So not on the cusp of my 20 years, but yeah, anyway. It is what it is. We get called to do what we got to do. So in my next story, President Biden says that he's done a deep dive on about 4 potential Supreme Court picks. So President Biden in his campaign and now most recently, he has promised that he will appoint a Black female as a Supreme Court justice to replace the retiring Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer. And he's narrowed it down to about 4 candidates. Potential nominees include Miss Ketanji Brown Jackson, former Breyer law clerk, confirmed by Senate last June to serve on an influential U.S. appellate court. Leandra Kruger, she served on California Supreme Court. Another potential contender is Michelle Childs. She is a federal district court judge in South Carolina, who President Biden has already nominated to the U.S. Appeals Court in Washington. So just stand by. He's broke it down to 4, and President Biden believes that he will get some support from Republicans. So we never know. Hopefully we see that happen, and we'll get more diversity. And this will be a first. This will be a first to have a Black female.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that, and extremely looking forward to it, because it will give our future, little girls ambition to see, hey, it's been done.
Yeah. Well, and just to keep it, all the way real, it'll be a replication of America. To have that representation that kind of, we'll never get a full, but it'll be the closest that we've seen thus far in the Supreme Court to reflect the American population. So right. You need those perspectives, and it'll make a whole lot of sense to do that.
I'm glad. I am so glad that he's, has committed to getting it done.
So in my last story, it's kind of a follow-up on the death of Bob Saget, the actor. Bob Saget, best known for his portrayals as the father in Full House, the show Full House. Autopsy shows that he had suffered from multiple skull fractures. Even he was positive for COVID-19 when he died. So Orange County Medical Examiner's Office in Florida had confirmed that he revealing that he died of a catastrophic head injury. The coroner stated that it is his opinion that the death of Robert Saget, 65-year-old white male found unresponsive, as a result from a blunt head trauma. So that he's basically thinking that he fell backwards because the head injury was in the back of his head, fell back and hit his head, and he did have some damage around his eye socket, and that isn't a result of having a head injury like that. The document said that his fracture around his eyes and his posterior scalp abrasions did show exactly what they thought, and that he tested positive for COVID-19. So he probably they're guessing that he fell back, hit his head, and then, probably fell on the bed, and that's how they found him in that, position. But there wasn't no
fell actually first though, like maybe just kind of out of it, and
but it was no there was no alcohol or illegal drugs found in the system. There were traces of antidepressants, which are also taken for seizures and panic disorders and anxiety. So at least that gives us some closure, some clarity to the death of Bob Saget, because I know in the beginning a lot of people were thinking it might have been, a heart attack or something like that. So
and no foul play, nothing like that.
No foul play. But once again, rest in peace to the late great Bob Saget. But at least we have some closure to what happened to him. But before I end, that's it for national news. And I want to mention again, People's Funeral Home, because we care. We're here when you need us. Long Granbury Funeral Services Incorporated, doing business as People's Funeral Home. Mariana and Battle Mortuary Services offer services within the reach of all. Their caring staff is available 24/7 or when the need arises. And the services are designed to commemorate the life being remembered at a price that is suitable for all. So please give Cephas and Gwen a call at 850-482-2233. Once again, that's 850-482-2233, or simply stop by for more information. It's People's Funeral Home.
All right, we're going to go ahead and move to sports, and we're going to talk about Sydney Carter. Okay. Sydney Carter is she is the women's basketball coach, and right now she's under fire because of her outfits. And not that her outfits are revealing, not that she's showing skin, but it's just because they are very classy looking. This is my opinion. Very stylish and out of the norm of what you normally would see coaches on the sideline wear. We're going to see those pictures. Byron put those pictures up. You see her here with the pink leather pants. You see her here with some a two-piece suit, plaid suit. She's stylish. I mean, she's not slutty. She's not dressed, inappropriately, but she's under fire. And you know why she's under fire? Because she's shapely.
Haters.
That's why she's under fire.
It's just haters. So
right.
Is it my chance? I'm ready to go.
Go ahead.
So here's my thing. My first issue with this is, what is she supposed to wear? Okay. And being that she's young, what you're hoping for her to dress like Bill Belichick, in some jogging. And I'm gonna be real, it don't matter what she wear, that's what you're gonna see. And for a lot of sisters out there, what gets me is, I think the guy's name was Wayne Walker that made this post asking if it was appropriate. And my thing is, you can watch a show, Love and Hip Hop, Now I'm not hating, but I'm just saying, as a father, I'm just saying, you can see a woman with cleavage just right out the window. They hair done up, but everything's right out there. No problem. Female coach goes out, she dresses, get stylish and do her thing, and you got a problem with it. It doesn't matter what she could wear jogging pants, that you're gonna still, it's gonna look the same way. What is she supposed to do? I think that some folks some people the insecurities come out in their posts and they start hating.
Unfortunately, we see this a lot with our African-American sisters. Unfortunately, if it's, I'm gonna be honest with you, even in high school, and this is the truth, you can have somebody who is not as developed wear an outfit, and it's, you know, a little bit shorter than
Mm,
the rules allow, and they can
mm,
get away with it.
mm,
But if you have somebody that's a little bit more developed, shapely, a young lady, they
mm.
will get called to the office for the same length. And it's because, you know, theirs look a little bit more, you know, I guess to the eyes revealing. And
Yeah,
so my point is, yeah, okay, it's going to look different, whatever, but the rules should apply to everybody. You know, if you're
yeah,
going to let this person wear, you know, a little bit shorter than that, you can't say anything to this person. Or if, when it comes to leggings, I've seen this, and this is the truth. I've seen this. Some young ladies in high school are allowed to wear, or I shouldn't say high school, just in school period, have been allowed to wear leggings.
mm,
Okay. Well, some other kid that tries to wear leggings, they're not allowed to wear leggings.
mm,
They're, you know,
mm.
basically brought to the office and said something too. I've seen that before as well.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it's the same way even in the military. You know, and I understand with a lot of ethnic, you know, whether it's black women or women of color. You know, I understand, and I've voiced my complaints as well when it comes to the height and weight standard. You know, you have, you know, let's say you have I have a black soldier that, you know, the way their tape standard is, they tape the hips, you know, the waist and the neck. So once again, when you get that tape around the hips, you know, for one person that has wide hips, but built, you know, in great shape, built like a brick house, no stomach, but they would fail, you know, based on that particular height and weight standard. Whereas another person, not has much hips, but more stomach and is not as fit, they would, you know, they would pass. And it was
but
like it felt like it was, you know, ethnically, you know, kind of biased, you know, and I felt the frustrations because I would see, like I say, a lot of black soldiers, female soldiers, and I'm like, man, you know, I don't see how you not passing. And they would have to go through a lot, a whole lot to get their, you know, their weight down, whereas others wouldn't. So
yeah,
you know,
it's
it's one of
double
those things. Yeah, it's a double standard. So you know, but they're, you know, at least on that end, they're getting better. But yeah, it's just one of those things where and I've seen one. It was a female. I think she was a meteorologist, and she caught a lot of flack for the dress she wore. And I was like, what is she gonna wear? You know, she can't, you know, anything she pull out the closet.
it's
It,
the yeah,
yeah, it's the shape. It's and you know, but
but
I think the times are changing. This guy that made that post, he didn't, nothing came on the positive end for that. Everybody's been in support of
that's
Sidney Carter. Yeah, so
well,
yeah,
Sydney, keep doing what you're doing. Keep you know, don't 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 stop. Keep wearing what you're wearing. So
yeah, do
yeah,
your thing.
she's actually a player development coach and an assistant recruiting coach for Texas A&M. Just want to clear that out. She's not the head coach. So yeah, but that's what she is. So let's move on to Byron Allen. We're in Black History Month, and Byron Allen is about to make history. He's on track to become the very first Black NFL owner. And I don't know if you guys know who Byron Allen is. He's on the Weather Channel. You know, he has this company called Enterprise Studios,
Yeah, he
and
just bought the Weather Channel, didn't he? Just not too long ago.
a lot of stuff. Valley Sports, which was Fox Sports network. So he owns quite a bit, small channels, local channels in different areas he owns, but he is about to own the Denver Broncos. That's what's happening right now. We'll keep our eye on it and give you more details, but kudos to Byron Allen, who started off as a comedian and who was discovered by Jimmy Walker at the age of 14. Jimmy Walker from, you know, Good Times. So that's how he was started. He was a comedian, then he went on to television, then they started, you know, buying. So I think this is great. So again, kudos to Byron Allen. And then, which brings me to the Super Bowl weekend is upon us, and we have the LA Rams versus the Cincinnati Bengals. And Byron, looks like the Bengals are the favorites. I think they have them by 4 points. But I have already made my pick. I picked the Los Angeles Rams, and I'm going to stick to it no matter what the bets are showing. What about you?
Well, you ain't gonna get no disagreement on me. You too hot. You on fire right now. So I'm a ride with you. LA is gonna pull this thing out. I do. You know, being honest, I do think LA gonna, you know, pull it out. It's one key factor to me is Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald is just, you know, a beast. When my son was playing football, I was like, hey man, you gotta watch this guy. This guy is like the best thing I've seen in a long time. And I think that's going to be the big factor on the defensive end. They just got like more weapons. I think, you know, they was there before, they back. So I think, you know, I think they'll pull it off. And for Cincinnati, man, I mean, this is a Cinderella story. I mean, nobody picked them to get this far. So yeah.
Well, I want to move to some more exciting news about the Super Bowl, which is the halftime show. Most people, you know, stay glued to the game because of the halftime show. So the entertainment for the halftime show, we have Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige. So it should be a fantastic halftime show. So get all your Super Bowl foods. Byron, do you do the Super Bowl foods? We do. Like I make the rotel dip. We have wings. What about you guys?
Yep, exactly. We do it all, meatballs and sandwiches. It's I don't know, it seems like lately I'm afraid this year. I'm afraid because I may not be able to book, you know, give me some sandwiches made. I'm being lazy this year. Because I just feel like this year everybody's gonna be on the same thing, and
Well, get it early. Get it today.
Yeah, I'll try. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm a little scared that I'm gonna have to as far as sandwiches, I may just get on the grill or something, and I don't want to do nothing. I just want to sit back and pick and watch the game. So
Well, I'm already got myself with my rotel dip. So I just got to get something for the wings and whatever else they want to add for sides. But that's the that's the biggest thing. So we're halfway there, halfway set. Be ready by 5:30 because the game starts at 5:30 or kickoff is at 5:30, and see all the who's there. If you see, I got my Super Bowl background, so I'm ready. I'm getting excited about it. And I love this time of year. I love to see, all the hoopla surrounding. It's been festivities all week. So, we just kind of keep your eye out on, different activity that's going on this weekend. Okay. And Byron, I want to say for our Super Bowl, if you have picked the Rams, go ahead and type it in the chat or in the comment section. If you put the Bengals, go ahead and type that in and we'll see who is close or who has it exactly right of picking the new Super Bowl champs. All right. All right, Byron, what do you have for entertainment or you're around the town? That's what we have now.
Yeah. So for around the town, I had the pleasure of talking with Miss Kim Pollock. She has a host of things that she does and that she sells on her business. So I actually had her at last year's inaugural Emancipation Day Festival, and it was a hit. Matter of fact, in my background here to my right, that's one of her paintings. And yeah, she has a great paintings, shirts. She does it all. So here we go, round the town. All right, welcome everybody to Around the Town, and I'm here today with another great friend of mine. It is a great pleasure to bring you Miss Kim Pollock of Be Glorious Designs. So how's it going, Kim?
It's going great.
Great. So if you would, please tell us about Be Glorious Design. What is it?
Be Glorious Design is it's a rebirth of Blackman Designs. I started doing art when I was, oh my God, I don't want to tell my age, but many years ago.
Yeah, it's all right.
My first name that I had was Blackman Design. And I just went through some personal issues with the loss of my husband. And I just needed to take a break from that. And so Be Glorious Designs is a rebirth of Blackman Designs.
Outstanding. I mean, that I'm sorry for your loss, and I know in starting a business and the challenges that you have to go through, many people don't know how hard it is just to start a business, one, and then to bring your own, you know, personal struggles, and you know, it's hard. It's almost like putting yourself out there. And a lot of times, you know, you have those ups and downs, those peaks and valleys when you put your art, your hard-earned, you know, soul into something, and then you put it out there for people to look and explore. And I just want to throw these designs out there. Matter of fact, a painting that I bought from you that I purchased is right behind me to my left, everybody's right. And I've got another one, you know, and everybody, Kim was actually at, Miss Pollard was actually at the first Emancipation Day Festival, and it was a great success. And to have her, and I purchased the shirt. You also do original illustrations along with paintings, t-shirts, bracelets, and jewelry. So I want to ask you, you know, what got you started? What was your inspiration to do, you know, paint illustrations and paintings like this?
Well, I've always had a love for the arts, be it singing, be it, you know, I did hair, and, you know, drawing has been something I've always done. It just came as a gift. And I started off actually in fashion design. I wanted to be a fashion designer. And I came down here actually to Fort Lauderdale to start, you know, school. I got my degree in fashion design and everything. And I was well on my way to being a designer. And then as life happens, that kind of, you know, some things threw a wrench in that. And I put art to the side for about 20 years. And it wasn't until it was actually a Juneteenth celebration. And I think it was almost 15 years ago, where I just got back into art. You know, God was just dealing with my heart to get back into it. So I started off doing just little illustrations, and I didn't think anything of it. So we're sitting at a booth, a vending booth, and a young man comes to me and he says, "I really love your art." And I was like, okay. He says, "No, I really do love your art." He says, "Would you illustrate a book for me?" So I was like taken back. I'm like, he ain't serious. And he says, "Yeah, I have a book that I'm getting ready to put out, which is called Wild Praise. And it's a children's book." And as it turns out, that was the birthing of, you know, doing illustrations for books and so on and so forth. So I'm also an illustrator, you know, for a children's book, for 2 children's books. So it's just funny, you know, how things happen. And when you have, you know, in the Bible it says your gift will make room for you. That was truly the case for me, because having him come and just encourage me to, you know, to continue doing art, that was the birthing of it.
Well,
That
hey,
was really
you
the rebirthing of it.
You just schooled me on something, because I'm working on other children's books as well, and I'm looking for an illustrator. So
All right.
there you have it. There you have it. Also, I want people to also recognize that, you know, the things that you do, the things that we all do, the arts are very, very important to me. And that's a program that it's called Project Say. It's a program that I'm trying to implement, and to have a space and an avenue for our kids locally to be able to have that space to engage in performing arts and visual arts, because it's so needed, you know, in our area. Too many times we get kind of caught up in the sports activities, and nothing wrong with that, you know, but there's also a space for kids that may not be interested in soccer or basketball or football, but they are in love public speaking, or love to draw, or love to be in graphic design. So that's something that I want to kickstart. And we want to, you know, even if it's a summer program, even if it's a after school program, something to be able to have an avenue for them for that. And this is great. So I'm going to put you on the spot. The Emancipation Day Festival is going to be again in 2022. It's going to be 2 days, and it's going to be in June 11 to 12. So I'm hoping to have you there again.
I'm there.
Great. So if anybody, if right now, please let people know where they can contact you, where they can see more of your material and buy and purchase. Give them everything: email, Facebook, Instagram, everything you got. Go ahead.
As I said, it's a rebirth. I'm now Be Glorious Designs. I can be found on Instagram at this time, and that is BE dot, let me make sure, glorious dot art. I constantly have to tag on to my kids to get me to help me with all the ins and the outs of.
Hey, you need them.
I'm old school.
Yeah, you gotta get them young folks there. Hey, keep up with the time.
Exactly, and I'm working on my website, having that up very soon. And if you want to place an order, I will be posting more of my work on Facebook, and that's also Be Glorious Designs. If you tag that in, it will come up with some of my illustrations. I'm going to be doing a little bit better on posting because I don't always, post all my art. And you should see me coming out with a lot more things. I have some other lines that are coming out with the t-shirts. The t-shirts, those started about 5 years ago. They're called the Beatitudes. So each of them have a scripture, and they also say, be patient, be still, be encouraged, the whole line. And I started off, before I came to Florida, I was doing these, and they're called Prayer Pals. Prayer Pals started with 9/11, when we had that big fallout. I was located in New Jersey at that time. And in New Jersey, when everything went, awry with the Twin Towers, the one thing that we all had in common was prayer. So this is why I came up with the Prayer Pals, because they have all array of colors, and it was kind of symbolizing and letting people know that we one thing we all can do is pray. And so that was the birthing of my Prayer Pals. And I also do, bracelets and things of that nature, prayer with scriptures and things on those. So my all of my art is usually inspirational. So, and as you had said before, that I work with kids as well. So it's very important to have kids, be able to be creative. And a lot of times they don't know that they have that creative gene, because they want it to look like a certain picture that they may have seen. So they kind of push it aside because they say, oh, I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to do this, but I'm a witness that if you can encourage them, it will happen. My daughter, when she first started, she wanted me to draw everything. So for school, she would say, Mom, can you draw this? And I kept telling her, no, I will not. You got to keep trying. So my daughter is now a graphic designer herself, and her art is fabulous. So it's important to, start them off young and get them out there. And I think it's a good thing.
Okay, sweet. So yeah, we definitely got a lot of talking to do. So let me backtrack. They can find you on Instagram at b.glorious.art. That's be.glorious.art. And also on Facebook, same handle, Be Glorious Designs, with an S or with a Z?
With the S. With the
S. Be Glorious Designs. And I've got it on the screen. So everybody, do you have a phone number or email they can contact you with as well?
Yes, my email that they can reach me. My email, they can reach me at either, or I'll give you the one that's more getting more traffic, so that I view more. And that's Blackman Design. That's BLACKMON. Design, DESIGN, no S, at gmail.com.
Okay, too
easy. And the phone number would be, I still have my Jersey number, so it's 973-723-0977.
Gotcha. 923-723-0977. So everybody, please make sure you get in contact with Miss Blackman and get you some great original art. Purchase some t-shirts. I actually, you can see right now, I took our Christmas photos of mine because I thought I lost it. We had a little storm at the end of the festival, and I thought I lost it, but I found it and I wore the heck out of it. I'm still wearing it. So, hey, make sure you support our local businesses. And Miss Blackman, it was a pleasure. You got to come back on again, and make sure, if y'all don't get a chance, y'all make sure y'all get up with her before these next 4 or 5 months. But if you don't, you come to that Emancipation Day Festival, you'll be able to get up all the paintings and t-shirts she got. All right. So thank you
Yeah,
again
and be
for coming.
looking for them, because I will be doing an art show. I have done one already, but I will do a visual, a online art show.
Okay.
And if you send me your email, I can give you the Zoom, and you can be in the art show.
Sweet, sweet. So make sure you get in contact with everybody. Thank you again, and that'll be it for Around the Time.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so that great interview. I look forward to having her this year again at the Emancipation Day Festival. It's gonna be in June 11th to 12th. And yeah, I mean, look, you notice on some of those paintings, I'm surprised that she's not in a gallery somewhere, or it's just amazing how we got all of this great talent and great work, and right here in our back door in Jackson County, right in our backyard, if you will.
Kudos to her. That's awesome. Kudos to Miss Paula. That is great. Great. All right, Byron, we're going to move on to our relationship. All right, let me start that over. Kudos to her. Kudos to Miss Pollock for such a great talent. Great talent. So, Byron, we're going to move on to our relationship T segment. And we're going to start this off by giving you some Black history facts. So I'm going to start off first and going to introduce you to Miss Jane C. Wright. Miss Jane C. Wright is a noted pioneering cancer researcher who's basically contributions led to chemotherapy treatment. Miss Jane Wright is basically from Manhattan, New York, and a lot of people may not know her. I didn't know of her, but she is really credited for a lot of the research and a lot of the development of the chemotherapy treatment that so many of us have benefited for. So wanted to introduce you to Miss Jane C. Wright. Who do you have?
Sweet. So you know me, I this is near and dear to my heart. So I'm going to start with bringing it close to home. So T. Thomas Fortune, that's right, Timothy Thomas Fortune. He was born October the 3rd, 1856. 1856. He died June 2nd, 1928. He was an American orator, civil rights leader, journalist, writer, editor, and publisher, highly influential editor of the nation's Black leading newspaper, the New York Age. He was a leading economist in the Black community, longtime advisor to Booker T. Washington, and was editor to the Washington's first autobiography called The Story of My Life and Work. The great thing to me about T. Thomas Fortune is that he was born and raised in Marianna, Florida, Jackson County. That's right. His parents were Emmanuel and Sarah Jane Fortune, and his education was right here in Marianna's first school for African Americans after the end of the Civil War. So make sure you take time to look up this great man, T. Thomas Fortune, from right here in Jackson County, Florida, Marianna, Florida, to be exact. He has books out written about him. He's actually written a book, great book, about his experience pre-emancipation and post-emancipation. And his family actually had to leave and get out and get out of Jackson County due to the influx of the Jackson County wars. But if you have the time, please look up this brother, T. Thomas Fortune.
Awesome. Byron, I want to add, go back to Miss Wright, Jane C. Wright. I want to make sure that people knew that not only was she noted to give contributions to chemotherapy, but in particular, she was credited with developing the technique of using human tissue culture rather than laboratory mice to test the effects of potential drugs on cancer cells. And she's also pioneered the use of the drug maxotetrax. Somebody may not know that, some of you may, but that's a very important treatment for cancer, to treat breast cancer, basically, in particular, and skin cancer. So she is really pioneered or given credit for pioneering using that particular drug to treat breast cancer and skin cancer. So make sure you just look it up on your own. These names that we're giving you may not hear every day, like some of the other ones, but just, write them down, go back and do research and just look them up. James C. Fortune and Jane C. Wright. All right, Byron, we got to move on to our next part of the relationship T. We're going to talk about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is on Monday. And so we want to just talk about romance and what do you and your significant other do for Valentine's Day, and who plans it? That's the biggest question that I have. Who plans Valentine's Day, Byron? I'm going to let you start.
Yeah, so so me and my wife, our anniversary is actually the day before Valentine's Day. So I have no excuse. I can't forget. A lot of men, it's common in television, everything, men forgetting their anniversary, but not me. So what we try to do instead of trying to surprise, we kind of, I'll kind of try to plan it out because she's still, even if I try to surprise a trip or something, still got to take off work and all that type of stuff. So we kind of do it together. But to those out there that are, you got kids and hey, I've got five and everything's so busy and it's hard to find babysitters for three or more is pretty hard. So hey, what we find that kind of works for us, we kind of try to, just make our couple time, our family time the same and try to get in our one-on-one time the best way we can. Help friends out so friends will help us, but do not get discouraged. Try to do the best you can to get that romance time in. But it's a struggle. Don't just all I ask and all I encourage people to do, not getting discouraged. Just try to make it work the best way you can. Utilize friends and family. You may not be able to get somebody to watch them overnight, but if you can get still away for 3 or 4 or 5 hours, do that. And the little things still count. Men, we forget about those little things. The little things still count. Do what you did to get her. In those times where you might think it's automatic, the hand holding, all that simple stuff. Yeah.
So the Sunday is your anniversary.
Yeah, they ain't gonna put the Super Bowl on man.
Valentine's Day. Okay.
Yep. So it's back to back for me,
Right. So who plans Valentine's Day though? And what do you normally do? I mean, I guess you're combining two different.
Yeah, I mean, Valentine's Day, we really, for me, I got into, it might have been maybe our first 3 or 4 years married. I kind of got in that mode where, I don't want to put so much emphasis on Valentine's Day. I got to do that stuff, year round. The cards for no reason, the flowers for no reason, because I think where men go wrong is they put a lot invested in Valentine in that one day, and then they don't throughout the year. I think you got to do that stuff, because we kind of, for me, I kind of, and my wife had to check me on that. I kind of thought the card thing was just like a Valentine's Day. I didn't think that it meant, anything beyond that. And hey, just out of random, just have buy a card. I don't read them. My wife reads, so I have to get off into what the words and what they're saying. But I'm a big poetry guy. I like to write poetry as well. So I'll do some original stuff. But yeah,
so that's
I
kind of your romance, the
poetry.
Yeah. My thing, I was just trying to figure out, a lot of times couples, is it for the male to plan Valentine's Day or the dinner, or is it the female that plans it, or do for us, I get my husband something for Valentine's Day.
Oh well, yeah, it go both ways now. I think it should. I think the man should do his thing for his wife, and the wife do, because as a man, I'm not, I'm simple, I think, so I kind of like, hey, don't get too caught up in gifts for me. You know what I'm saying? It could be something simple. It could be, it might be this tie that I've been wanting, and she'll get, that did it for me. Hey, I've been, is this, something simple, but something
who plans the day? When Valentine's Day comes on Monday? Who says, okay, we're not going to celebrate Monday, we're going to celebrate Saturday, we're going to celebrate Sunday, or we're not going to do anything? Like, where does that conversation comes in? Who initiates the conversation? I just want to know, what is that day like?
Yeah, to me personally, I think that'll probably be specific to that couple. You know what I mean? Because for me, like, I'm the planner guy, but then my wife she'll come up, even if it's a trip or something. She might say, hey, I want to go here. Then I'm the guy. I'm the person that put it all together. I'm the book this and book that, but I make sure it's something she wants. Even birthday, even Christmas, even Valentine's Day. But in other couples, it might be the woman that's the big planner and the surprise, and I don't know. But for us,
say romantic or
Yeah,
I guess it can kind of go back and forth. You know, some couples may, you know, if it's a outing outside, you know, it may be the male. If it's something that's planned, women, a lot of us tend to plan stuff inside, whether it's, you know, a romantic evening inside, whether it's in front of the fireplace or whether it's, you know, just having a quiet dinner at home or outside by the pool or whatever. I think we are more, I'm saying, in tune to doing stuff like that, whether it's the rose petals or, you know, that it seems like that. But then you guys may be more, you know, we're going out to dinner or, you know, we're going to this, you know, intimate place outside of the home. So it just kind of seemed like that could be, you know, how a lot of couples kind of fall into routine doing something like that.
I've been blessed to be. I've kind of like paid attention growing up. You know, listen to the complaints and the, you know, when it comes to men, you know, in relations to women. And I paid a lot of attention to my mom. I paid a lot of attention to, like, even my, you know, my friends in high school, like a lot of female friends. And I just listen. So the older I got, I tried to stay in tune with that. So I'm that, you know, I'm more into that, you know, I do the rose petals and I'll do so I'm more in tune with that kind of stuff. So but I think
you said that because I knew somebody, an older gentleman that had gotten away from doing something for his wife, and I redirected him. I was like, look, you can't get away from doing that. Like, you know, I know you're, you know, X, Y, and Z years old, but still. And he started back, and it just, you know, made that wife day, and he continued to do so. This is, you know, a few years back. I was like, because I just generally asked, what are you doing for your wife for Valentine's Day? He's like, oh, we don't. I was like, what? Because for me, I think, you know, and women may say, you know, it don't matter. I don't have to have,
don't listen to that.
Don't lie.
Don't listen to that.
I don't care if it's a card, one rose, you want to be acknowledged on Valentine's Day. I mean,
because and at this point you can say what you want to say. Oh, it's you know, people make it, you know, it's just a day and da. Yeah, but look, you go your wife at work, and somebody over here they got flowers, and somebody, and then she's sitting there, and then what you got? Well, we don't really we think this is just come on, man. Same thing.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's the conversation I want to have. Because I want whoever's watching this show that's a male and you think like that, you need to redirect your thinking, because that woman, although she may act like or say differently, that it don't matter. Okay, it's okay. No, it's not. It's not.
And to be honest, if they're being honest with themselves, they just running game because they don't want to do it. That's all it is. And I'm gonna tell you something. Me and I have this. We'll get this mindset like, hey, you know, I've done that. I've proven, you know, how much I love you. Then why I got to go through all that mess? Like, you know, I don't feel. And it comes from a place of I want to say arrogance, but I say, you know. That what is it? Is that place where
contentment?
Yeah. That's it. And even complacency as well.
Right.
Because you know, when you were dating, you know, you jumped through a lot of hula hoops. You did a lot of stuff that you wouldn't normally do, and now you feel like you don't have to do it, and that's where you mess up. That's the ultimate game. See. Players know, you know, you got to do a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of little games you got to play and little stuff you do to get that one woman. You might have a line that a little pickup line. Man, you got to come up with 100 pickup lines throughout your lifetime. When you marry, you got to come up with a lot of different, you know, things to keep that fire going. That's the ultimate game, you know. So
the same energy you used to get her,
you got to put it in. You got to.
Vice versa. The women, the same way you performed or you acted or you looked or, you know, the same.
Say it again. Say it again for us right now. You got to stand up for us.
The same energy, you have to keep it up. I mean, we get like sometimes, you know, walk around looking crazy. I get it. Sometimes I do it. I have to check myself. Wait, let me just try to get it back together, you know. But the same thing, we have to keep it, and that keeps the romance, which leads to a wonderful day on Valentine's Day, right?
There you go. There you go. If anything, let for those that, you know, feel that way, let Valentine's Day be your refresh button. You know what I'm saying? You may say, well, yeah, but it's this day, you know, we hitting refresh, and you're gonna kick it back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you don't have to do that all just for one day. You should do that throughout the year and throughout days, but let Valentine's Day be that refresh. Yeah, reset.
So okay, so let's give them some tips. You give some tips for the men, I'll give some tips for the women. Go ahead.
I say, I know, you know, you go in the store, you're gonna see the chocolates, the Valentine. But I guess I'll speak for the brothers that got time in with their women. I'm not speaking to you high school cats and you cats that just been with your woman 3-4 months. I'm talking to the brothers and the men out there that been with their women for a while. If you gotta dig in the crates. What I mean by dig in the crates, that little stuff that she probably done told you throughout the year, or you know, throughout the past. It don't matter if it ain't gotta be flowers. It don't matter what, but it's that one thing that she swear you never listen, and you've heard her. You break that out the crate. You know what I'm saying? You take her out. Don't even tell her that you're going out. Don't even tell her what. Just pull out something to wear and let's go. Yeah. Where we going? Don't worry about it. Let's go. And that gift is that one thing that she swear you wasn't listening to. I guarantee you. Trust me. You're gonna win that day. And you know, just, you know, do the little stuff that you did. If you did like me, hey, I was singing Babyface, you know, and you don't even do that no more, and just break it out. Your nun singing behind, break it out, you know, do that lame stuff you did 20 years ago. You trust me, you'll win. But I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you, they swear you don't listen. Break that out, you know.
For you ladies, let's do this. Let's take off our bonnets
and them slides. I mean, them house shoes. And the grandma.
You got some cute slippers, so you know, get your cute slippers out. You know, and get your, you know, your nice, you know, nightie out, and you know, men appreciate the candy as well. So don't sleep on that. You know,
I'm gonna tell you now. Don't get too fancy. Us men, we simple. So what Chris Rock say? Get some clear heels.
Oh yeah, you mean the outfit? Yeah. A nice outfit, carry a box of chocolates, you know, whatever their favorite candy is or whatever. Just whatever their favorites are. It don't have to be, you know, a whole lot, but just, you know, presentation means a lot. So just an effort to do something, you know, that night or the weekend, you know, an hour or two, you know, just to carve out and say, hey, I just want to give you a nice presentation.
Appreciation. Men,
presentation,
we may say we don't, but if you just looked your man in the eyes and told him thank you for what you do, baby, you know what I'm saying, you do it. I appreciate everything that go a long way for us, man. We just want you to, you know, us that out there grind. I ain't talking about the ones that ain't doing 2 cents, but appreciation.
The real man. Yeah. All right, good. I hope we gave you some great advice leading up to Valentine's Day, and hope that is something that you can implement in your relationship. And that's going to wrap it up for our show today. We've gotten you ready for the Super Bowl. We've given you some Black history facts, and we'll continue to do that the rest of the month as well. And now we've gotten you ready for Valentine's Day. So you're all set, and we are going to end the show right now, and we will see you next week. But remember this, when you know the truth, you can speak the truth. And the light shines brighter when it shines for two. We'll see you next week.